keep your roots, stay grounded in who you are, where you come from. I think if people can keep the mindset that it's highly important to keep your ethics and morals at the front of your everyday decisions, you're gonna go places. And I'm a big believer, if you surround yourself with good people, good things will happen. I'm Grabenstein from Farnam, Nebraska. I'm a fifth generation ag producer. We farm and ranch and have a backgrounding facility. We also take in custom cows. So I'm a fifth generation farmer. Currently today I'm the operating, I guess, generation you might say. My dad retired, semi-retired in 2010. Currently it's myself and my wife and my kids. We farm and ranch, like say all dry land, cropland, corn and soybeans mainly. Do some cover crops, oats, rye, that we intentionally graze in those droutier years. And then we also have a feedlot. We background feed our calves, also finish cattle, do bull development and heifer development, and have grown that up to about 6,000 head. The main thing I've focused on is probably keeping things simple, but also being kind of extraordinary, if you will, in that regard. I mean, backgrounding feed your calves obviously is probably not for everybody, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the, critical thinking that it takes to set up a calf that's high risk from Texas or Virginia. But I also enjoy the fact of getting those animals started and preparing them for the next step. Strategizing as far as, building an operation, I think it's doing the common things uncommonly well. And I took over from my dad in 2010. It was a smaller operation at that time where he was running yearlings and backgrounded calves and just establishing trust and rapport with people. Relationships is something I would definitely say is the cornerstone of our business today. It's all word of mouth. I don't advertise, we just do a great job at what we do, and I think that allows us repeat business essentially. From that, it's allowed for the relationships with people, whether it be cow-calf. We also take in 500 head of mama cows during the summer. So those relationships are highly critical to my business today, and I'm sure they will be in the future. Obviously, we're in extremely challenging times, but also very rewarding times right now with this market the way it is. The more we can tell our story and the more that people can know us maybe on an individual basis, and having that one-on-one connection, because quite frankly, we're fighting an uphill battle. But I think if people are willing to step outside their comfort zones and get to know truly where their food comes from, I think that's going to be laying the groundwork to accomplish that. I mean, it's no easy feat. Just knowing the rural mindset and values and ethics of people, ultimately I think will rule at the end of the day, is because, again, we're stewards of the land. We're passionate about what we do. We love and care for our animals every day. Rain, snow, doesn't matter, sunshine. And it takes a special person, and I'm a living thing of that today. I mean, if I didn't have my passion, there would definitely be days that I'd be like, I'm done. I think you continue to sit back and this is my sanctuary. I don't have to necessarily get so wound up in the fact that I've got to make money and so forth. Yes, it's a business, but I think at the end of the day, you've got to love what you do. And if it was all roses and glamour, everybody'd be doing it, right? But I think the passion, I wear my heart and my sleeves on my heart and my feelings on my sleeves essentially. And that passion is what keeps me driving. My kids potentially being the sixth generation, that's highly important to me. If we can tell that story to the consumer, that we're not only producing food and fiber for the world, but we're doing it in a way that promotes a safe product, whether it's corn or beef. I think that's what you know, we will ultimately win at some point. NFN, I've been a member, I believe like a year and a half roughly, and initially I wasn't 100% certain, but I can tell you the day that Gabe and I met in my office at the feedlot, I was very moved, and I was moved because of Gabe's character. And Gabe has become a good friend, but he sold me on the fact of his character and his values. And I think at the end of the day, that's probably what's most important, or what made me kind of jump off the cliff and trust Gabe. But what they continue to do and develop as far as that resource of people that we can go to, you know, again, I mentioned we're 1% of the population, and not all of us have the opportunity to have a board of directors or things of that nature. But I don't have that core of people around me to help necessarily make these everyday decisions, because it can become overwhelming, no doubt about it. But I think from the standpoint of, again, those resources of people around you that can be, you know, good in their field and recommend certain things of like, hey, this is what I think you should potentially be thinking about. If it's estate planning, if it's farm succession, if it's you know, having the opportunity to buy chemicals and fertilizer, something of that nature. Obviously, NFN now is providing an auction service. I think those are things that, you know, again, if you pool resources together, and you've got a driving force of people that have all these awesome ideas and beautiful minds thinking every day for the betterment of production agriculture, that's unstoppable. And frankly, we need that because of the multitude of things that are always against us in this business. When you pool a group of people together, it's a driving force. It's a power that, frankly, I think in these economic times, it helps you keep a positive attitude. I mean, we're eternal optimists in this business, but I think we surround ourselves with people that help us stay driven, stay focused.